Welcome back to my workshop. Now today in the workshop we're not going to be making anything. What we're going to do is quickly review this, which is a security device for a car. In particular, this is the Disklok. I had a quick search on the internet for the best security steering wheel lock for cars that's available at the moment. And it kept on coming up with this one. Okay, so I thought, well, that's what I want, so I'll get it. So what we'll do is we'll get it out of the box, we'll have a look what's in it. But before we do that, why do I need one? So why would I need a steering wheel lock? Now I've been driving for 40 odd years and all the cars I've had, I've never had to get a steering lock. Now the issue is I've just bought a new car. Well, it's a new car to me. And it actually has a proximity key. Okay. So instead of sticking your key in the ignition and turning it, it's got a proximity key, which means I've just got to be near the car. Okay, and it'll open and it will actually start. So all I have to do is have this in my pocket. All I've got to do is go out to the car, get in the car and push the button. Now, that's not a problem. That's a nice convenient function. But the problem is what's happening now is people are scanning your house. Okay, so you come in from work, you put your keys near the front door and at night people are coming up, they're scanning your house, okay, and picking up the code that this key emits. Okay, then they could just go up to your car, get in it as if they've got the key in the pocket, push the button and drive off with your car. Now, I don't know about you, but I've just spent a lot of money on a car. I don't want some little oik driving away my car. So this will not stop someone from stealing your car, but it is a massive deterrent. Okay, if someone wanted to get into this, they could. They'll make a lot of noise, they'll make a lot of damage, okay, and it will take them a long time. Now that's what you're trying to deter them from doing. Okay, so this is, although it's a top security device, okay, and it's very difficult to get into, it's more of a deterrent. And when we fit it to the car in a moment, you'll see how much of a deterrent it is. So that's why I need one. So let's get this out of the box and see what's actually in it. Okay, so this is the actual Disklok itself. This is how it comes packaged. I purchased this from Halfords in the UK. They are available online, all for about the same price. Now, I bought this about a month ago. It is now June in 2024. I bought it about a month ago and it was £150. That seems quite expensive, but you've got to bear in mind how much your car was in the first place. So £150 to stop someone stealing your car is money well spent. Okay, you can buy cheaper versions and cheaper steering wheel locks, but are they going to be as good? Yeah, that's not going to be tested today. All we're going to do is we'll show you how to fit this. So having a quick look at this, okay, apparently it's the strongest wheel lock since 1993. So I don't know what that replaces. It's a new and improved design. I don't know what the old design was. But this is new and approved apparently. Right, important stuff. You get a 3-year guarantee, okay? You get 3 keys with it, which I'll go through in a moment. A potential insurance policy saving. Now, some insurance companies do like you to have additional security, okay? This could reduce your premium each year, so you may be able to redeem your £150 fairly quickly. And finally, anti-angle grinder technology. Now, I don't know exactly what that means, but this is made of quite substantial material, which makes it quite weighty. So the first thing you notice, it's quite weighty. Let's give that a quick weigh while it's still in the box, just so you get an idea. Okay, so what we've got here is a high-tech weighing device. Basically, it's the bathroom scales. As you can see, that's set in kilograms. All I'm going to do is literally put it on. Now, this is obviously still in the box. You can't actually see that because I put it in the weigh. 4.5 kilograms. Okay, so it's quite a weighty thing, but that means it's better, surely. Right, so now we've established that you need to be Arnold Schwarzenegger to actually fit this thing. It comes in 3 sizes, okay? I've got the small one. So if you have a quick look on the back of the box here, it shows you the different sizes. Okay, so I've got the small, which is a 35 to 39 centimetre diameter steering wheel. So you literally just measure across your steering wheel and that will tell you which one you've got to get. Okay, medium is 39 to 41 and a half, and a large is 41 to 44. I think for a majority of standard saloon cars, actually mine's an SUV, and it's still the small one. Now this small one is perfect for mine, and I've got a Range Rover Evoque. Okay, let's stop mucking about, let's get this out of the box. Now, obviously, I've had this for about a month and I've been using it every day, so now I know how it works. When you first get this, it's originally covered in cellophane wrapping, okay? So it's all secure together and you get the keys and you actually get the lock, okay? So let's get it out of the box, nothing else in the box. And what you get is you get the lock itself, okay, which we'll look at in a second. And you get a bag which has the keys and a couple of bits of paperwork. So we'll quickly look at that first. Right, first bit of paper is a big thank you for choosing Disklok, which is very nice. Obviously it tells you to keep up to date, so their social media is Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, etc, etc. And this is basically an advert for some of the accessories, and I'll show you those in a second. Okay, the second bit of paper you get is an important user information. Okay, it's worth reading this. It takes you literally a couple of minutes and it tells you a few of the key points. It tells you how to operate it and some useful information about replacement keys and the lock-in pin and things like hot weather warnings, which I think some other manufacturers wouldn't even bother telling you. Okay, that's the paperwork. And also you get 3 keys. Okay, I've only got 2 here because my other one is already in use on my actual keys. But it's something I want to show you about the keys. Right, so as I say, when you get it, you get 3 keys. These are all identical, obviously, and they're paired with the Disklok barrel. Okay, but also on the keys, now I've put a bit of tape on here for obvious reasons. You get this metal tag, okay, and this metal tag has got your key number stamped into it, and if you need to replace your keys, or if you lose keys, or if you want others cut, replacement keys here, it tells you a number to call, and if you quote this number they'll be able to either get you some new keys cut or they'll send you out new ones. Okay, obviously I've got this covered up because I don't want to show you my new key number because you could get one and come and steal my car. The idea with these is obviously once you start using it, you separate these keys, okay? So put them in safe places, try not to keep them together. But the most important thing, don't lose that tag, okay? Because if you lose the tag, you can't get a replacement key. That's the keys, that's the paperwork. Let's have a look at the lock. Okay, as we've already established, this thing is quite heavy. And if you actually look at the gauge of the steel on here, it's quite thick. In fact, let's measure it. Just for good measure. Right, so to measure the steel, I've got myself a pair of calipers. Okay, all we're going to do is, this is in millimeters. Let's quickly open it and measure it. Okay, it's about 1.5 mil thick. Okay, doesn't sound that much, but it's actually quite chunky. I mean, there's obviously some parts of it which are double layer. That's nearly 4.5 mil thick. Okay. And the actual arm itself looks like it's made of chunkier stuff. Let's have a look here. Yeah, this is about 2 mil thick. Okay, this is a chunky beast. Right, how does that work then? Alright, so the basic principle is fairly simple. This is like a big clamshell. And what you do is you open it out like this, okay, pull the arm out, okay, you wrap this around your steering wheel, pull this arm down, push this lever in and then lock it. So that is now secure, and this is around your steering wheel, so you can't actually turn the steering wheel. Okay, that's secure. And to get it unlocked is a simple case of insert the key, if we can, 3/4 of a turn and it springs this bolt out and then it's unlocked again. Let's have a quick look at the bolt. All right, so the actual locking mechanism is fairly straightforward. You've got this bolt which pushes in, and all that does is it pushes this massive bolt through this eye. Okay, this eye obviously does that. One of these holes corresponding to the size of your steering wheel, that locks in like that. Then you push the bolt in. Okay, so once the bolt is in, push that in and it stops that bolt coming back out again. That's the basic mechanism. That's how it works. Then obviously once you undo it, okay, you insert the keys again. Just one word of warning. Now I've noticed this obviously because I've been using it for a month. Don't hold it like this because this bolt shoots back and it can hit your finger. Okay, keep your hands on the black if you need to, and if you release it, the bolt pops out. All right, and then when you're storing it away, you literally open it up, the clamshell, fold away the arm and shut it again. Okay, and then that's ready for storage. Right, what else do we need to know about this? Right, a couple of added security features on this. The actual locking arm and the barrel, okay, when the barrel is locked, okay, so when the pin is in and the barrel is pushed down, it's flush here. That means that no one could get hold of it with a pair of grips because there's nothing to actually get hold of. Okay, so that's one security device. And another thing, if you look at the actual barrel itself, it's made of a load of discs. Okay, if you was to try and drill that, what happens is the top disc will just spin. Okay, it'll damage the top disc, but you won't be able to drill all the way through to actually break the lock. Okay, so that's another security device. So it's flat and it's also, it spins so you can't drill it. That's good. I think it's about time we went and fitted this to my car. Hello. Okay, so the principle is fairly simple. The idea is this big massive thing goes over your steering wheel and it stops someone being able to drive off it. So even if they've scanned your house, they've got effectively a copy of your key, they can start your vehicle, okay, but then they won't be able to drive off because they can't turn the steering. Okay, that's the principle. The way it's fitted is obviously with it unlocked. Okay, so you'll have this stashed in the boot somewhere. You basically open it like this, fit it over your steering wheel like this, close the clamshell, lock it down, push in the bolt and push in the lock. So that's now fixed. Now don't worry that you can turn this, but you can't actually turn the steering wheel. And if you try to drive it like this, all that's going to happen is that's going to stop it either that way or against the windscreen or against your legs. So although it's loose, it looks a bit wibbly wobbly, but it does the job it's supposed to do. Okay, it stops you steering the steering wheel. Now to get it off, obviously, key in, okay, turn it clockwise, the bolt shoots out, open it out and remove it. Fold the arm in, shut it up, and then you have to store this somewhere. Now that's the basic principles. I do it a different way. I do it from outside the car. So when I get out of the car, I reach in the door, which I'll show you how I do it now. Obviously when you get in the car in the morning, you can either do it the same way by leaning in the car and undoing it, or you can actually sit in the car, unlock it, okay, minding your fingers. Then you have to store this somewhere. Now, obviously, this is a big heavy lump, and because it's so big, where do you put it? Now, in the documentation you got with the lock, it actually shows you another couple of accessories to go with it. One of them is a steering wheel cover. If you've got a steering wheel that's likely to scratch, you get like a stocking that goes over the steering wheel. But another one is a bag. Okay, so you can actually get a disc lock bag that you can put this in to stash it in your boot. But to give you an idea of the size, the way I put it, because I'm driving the car mostly myself, very rarely have other passengers in the car, I just put it behind the driver's seat. Let me show you that. Okay, so normally after I've removed it, all I do, open up the back doors, because I very rarely have someone in the back, and just stash it on the floor like that. That stops it moving around, and it's out of the way. Right, but it's the end of the day. I'm going to put this on, and then go in and have some tea. Right, and to just prove the point of how much of a deterrent it is, if you was to come up to the car and look at this and think, would I even bother trying to steal it? So I think the answer would be no. Right, so that's just about it. As I say, I bought this because I needed the security for my car. I wasn't paid to buy this, okay, I bought it with my own money, £150, did seem a little bit steep, but if you search for the best steering wheel lock, you're going to come up against this sooner or later. This gives me peace of mind. I've just spent a fortune on a car, I don't want it going, so £150 I think is not a bad deal. It takes a bit of getting used to, give it a chance, but once you get the hang of fitting it and removing it, it's easy. So I think this is a good buy. So I think that'll do it for today. If you've got one of these, let me know in the comments. If you've had any problems with it, just let me know. I can keep an eye out for it. If you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And that will do. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Apparently the best disc lock for... Right, so why would I need a disc? And then once the bolt is pushed in, okay, then you then push down to lock it. Let's get the keys out because they're not supposed to be in there at the moment. Right, so obviously when you get in the car in the morning, traffic goes past.